audio. Oh, no.
I'm muted.
There we go.
Hey, great start.
Oh, wait, was that you or was that me?
That was all me.
Ah, nice.
Open Collar, the only show that knows that people shouldn't be afraid of their government. Government should be afraid of their people.
Ooh, that's fitting.
Willis, he is Steve Boy. This is the show coming at you live, youtube.com at Open Collar Pod, and that's all I want to talk about. Politics.
I was just going to ask, though, did you watch V for Vendetta this week?
I did.
Me too, in real life.
Just as depressed as the news coverage.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyhow.
It is what it is.
Yep.
That could be a whole other podcast.
Yep.
How are things? So you over your cold yet?
No.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. It just wants to hang out. It's like, you know, when you invite someone over to stay with you for like a weekend or something, but then, you know, Sunday comes and you're just ready for them to leave, but they're not.
Yeah, it's like Thursday next week.
You don't want to be rude and say, get out. You just hope they figure it out themselves, but that's what's going on here.
So you're just basically like holding the door open without saying anything, hoping that they get the clue, but they don't.
Yeah. You know, like, oh, that traffic's not going to get any lighter.
How are you with that? Are you a, when you have guests staying over, are you okay, yeah, you can go now, or no, stay a while. I'll put on a cup of coffee.
No, I'm very much, when I'm done, get out. But if it's not like a guest of mine, like my invitee,
right,
I can't, then I can't say anything.
Yes, I'm the same way.
But like I would have like friends come over and stuff when I was younger, and like Sunday would roll up, and I'm like, I'm cleaning, I'm vacuuming, I'm just like, you're in my way now.
Yeah. I am doing chores that I would otherwise not do, just to try and make a point that you need to leave.
Yeah,
the times they were good, but
hitting them in the foot, like.
Yeah. Sorry, could you lift up your feet, please, as you put on your fucking shoe?
Your shoe's just in here. Might as well put it on your feet, and then once it's on your feet, you can just get out.
That's it. So I put up the ODR today, the frame for the outdoor rink. ODR.
Doing it this year.
I am. Yeah. I'm gonna go and give it a try. We didn't put it up last year because we were away for a good chunk of the holidays, and it wasn't really that cold enough to actually start doing it until January. So I put the frame in place.
Nice.
I'm not putting the tarp down. I may not put the tarp down until middle of December. Turn on the water at that point and fill it up. But what I did was that there was a bit of an incline in our backyard, and so I added an extra layer of boards in the one corner, because what I found the last two or three times that I've been putting it up, I'll get 10 inches on one side and 2 inches on the other. And you need at least 3 to 6 inches of ice, for me to get on there for all the cuts that I do on the ice. So this should help.
Cuts, falls, whatever.
Right. Breaking of the shoulders, that kind of thing. So I have no shame in saying, though, that I'm probably going to get shoulder pads and wear them when I go out to skate, because I'm not the strong skater. And I don't want to go.
You like to be. You want to be.
I try to be, and then when I get on the ice, it's like Bambi. And maybe I should, protect myself.
Yeah, it makes sense. Like, we're not getting any younger.
And I figure
the list of things,
So it's true. It's very true. And I figure I've probably got about 5 or 6 more years of putting a rink in the backyard where the boys will have interest in skating on it.
Mm-hmm.
Once that's done, I'm going to narrow the rink, lengthen it, and make a sheet for curling. That's what I decided to do. Yeah. Freeze up some like 2-liter milk jugs, paint the top blue or red, slide it on down. Give that a shot.
Yeah, we're at Parker's hockey on Saturday, and I've noticed that too. Like the coach was buzzing around for years, just helmet, no cage or anything, and then this week, full on face cage.
Oh, something happened.
I'm assuming something happened, or like something may have possibly could have happened, because he plays like beer league.
Men's league or something. Yeah.
And stick to the face or something, or could have lost eye. You better take some precautions.
Really, like, what is the point of not having a face mask? Like, who are you trying to?
I don't know. I think they read somewhere
what
that
are you
there's
trying to prove?
3 guys left in the NHL who do not have the visor,
and they are.
I don't remember.
Because even Ovechkin.
Yeah, I think everybody
always
is now,
had
except
one.
for names escape me, but anyway. But I always thought, like, why not have a full cage? Like, why are we just having the plastic covering your eyes and then like protect the rest of your face?
Isn't there like OHL and CHL, so the Canadian Hockey League, the players that end up getting drafted to the NHL teams, they have to wear visors, right? So is this?
It's required. I think the NHL is just like grandfathered in.
I have the names here. So Ryan Reeves, I think Toronto.
Yeah.
An enforcer. Jamie Benn. Zach Bogosian.
Okay.
Matt Martin, no idea who that is. And Ryan O'Reilly, who plays for Nashville now. Played for the Leafs last year. Won the Stanley Cup with St. Louis. Jamie Benn, the Dallas Stars. Zach Bogosian. All I remember him from was Atlanta and Buffalo. I don't know where he is now. Do you?
No.
I'm unless like an arm's length away from hockey players.
Yeah, like unless they're here on this team where I have dealings with them, I don't know where anybody is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's only 5. That's crazy.
I don't know if it's like a ego thing, but like I don't know.
It has to be.
I would like to keep my teeth and not have a
stick
in my eye. Just cover my face.
Chicks dig the scars.
You wear a full face mask in football for the sole purpose of it prevents people from getting footballs in the face and hands in the face. Like a frozen rubber puck to the mouth and jaw is not something I think I'd want to have done to me.
Well, someone just went to the hospital earlier in the week after taking a puck in the throat.
Oh yeah?
Dylan Holloway for St. Louis, formerly of the Edmonton Oilers. That's why I know where he plays.
There you go.
Took a puck to the neck and they had to bring him to the hospital. He's all good now, but
Stutzla with his hands got a puck under his visor into his eye.
Oh yeah, he looked.
Now, if that was a full cage, it wouldn't have happened.
That's true. Yeah, he did not look good last night. That's for sure.
No, I watched maybe a period of that, and then it was just on to Married with Children for the night.
Yes. We had family, or I had my brother come in from out of town.
Oh yeah, I guess.
Weekend.
Talk about it.
Yeah, from Calgary. Although, as he likes to try and correct me, it's Calgary. I just say Calgary. I don't know why I always have. So he was in on Friday. He left tonight. Just a quick visit. Went downtown to Lansdowne for dinner. Had breakfast this morning. He came over for a visit yesterday. It was good. It was nice. Although I took Friday off, so I had a long weekend. But I was saying to Jade tonight that I feel like this wasn't even a long weekend for me. It just went by so fast that I feel like I got robbed of a vacation day. So I'm gonna.
It's fun, when you get that extra time in, but it felt like you didn't.
Yeah, like it didn't. Like it felt no longer than what a normal weekend would be. So
it's terrible.
I feel cheated. So I'm writing to HR tomorrow.
I need another one to make up for this day that I somehow.
That's right. Can we have a do-over, please?
Yeah. Were your kids off on Friday too?
Yeah. So we went bowling.
Yeah, that's not really. That's a work day.
It is a work day. I took them bowling. Remembered how bad I am at bowling.
It's a 5 or 10
pin. 5.
That's not bowling.
With the small balls. And
I got in
shit.
3 attempts each frame. Come on.
So this older lady, so we get to our lane.
Mm-hmm.
And generally with bowling alleys, you share the lane with, or you share the balls, you share the area with the other group that's right across from you. So we get there first. We're playing our game. We're kind of, a few frames in. An older lady with her wife bring their, what I assume is their grandchildren to their lane. And they're like, oh, where is 27? We're in 28. I'm like, oh, it's right here. He's like, well, these are our balls. I'm like, no. Correction here. We share these balls.
No.
And she wanted to debate me on this is her set of balls. And I said, well, where are we supposed to get the balls from? She had no clue. I said, if you look all the way down, left and right, we all share the balls. These are ours to share. And then she went on about her business. And then the second time she pissed me off was that I was taking a video of Arlo bowling. She walks around back, comes back onto our side, and I'm shitting you not, literally walks right in front of the camera. Like, not even like a foot. Like, her hair could have touched the phone. I'm like, all right, well, Arlo, hit her balls down. And I reported it. I'd like to speak to your manager, please.
The audacity. Like, what do you gain by doing that?
I don't get it. I mean, just you shut up and play. Shut up and play. Don't, come at me. You haven't even taken off your jacket. You don't even have your bowling shoes on, and you're giving me shit. Anyway.
Like, I wonder if it would, maybe it's like a hygienic thing at first. It's like, oh, hands on things that I'm going to be using.
Yeah.
In a post-COVID world. But then the whole, you know what? I'm going to go out of my way to ruin this moment you're trying to capture because, I can.
Yeah.
I
don't understand why she was on our side. When she came on our side, as I said, to take a video of her grandchildren across the lane, only to walk in front of my camera. And it just made no sense. Sense.
Because you could. That's ultimately what it comes down to.
Yeah.
People are going to be dicks because they can.
When was the last time you went bowling?
I was in a bowling facility, I think, last spring or fall for a birthday party, but I wasn't for me to bowl. It was the kids doing it.
I was in a bowling facility. I did not think the word facility was going to come out of your mouth. I thought the word league was going to come out of your mouth. And you were say, I was in a bowling league.
That's right. Yeah.
What's the
Pen Pals?
Bill Murray's character's name in
Ernie McCracken.
Ernie McCracken.
Big Ern. That's right.
I definitely got Munson. My experience was Munson.
Yes,
on Friday.
That's right. A real Munson.
We got a real Munson on our hands.
Yeah, man. I go and like that's like the equivalent of getting passed by somebody on the highway and then having them slow down.
Yeah.
Like you're slow, like you're going too slow for me. I have to pass you, but then you know what? I'm going to slow down just to show you how irritated I was.
I just don't like people.
No, people are the worst.
I think that's what it boils down to. I don't like people.
So what was your your bowling score?
Sorry, my audio is not working properly. Technical issues.
Was it
technical
north
issues.
of 100?
It was actually, yes.
Okay.
So we played two games.
Respectable.
Yeah, we played two games. Arlo won the first game. Actually, no, I did not get over 100 in the first game. I got 88. 88. And then I went 140 in round two.
Okay.
So
you needed a warm up.
We're walking in and Arlo's talking. He's super excited. He's like, yeah, I think my best score is like 320. No.
Mathematically possible, but okay.
You're paying for this now. You're paying for this now. Give him size 12 shoes and let's see how good you do.
There you go. Bumpers were up or down?
For them, they were up. Yeah. For me, no. And it showed. It showed. Yeah, there was one. I got a couple strikes, but
they can do that now. They can have the bumpers up or down depending on who's bowling.
That's right.
That's crazy. When I was a kid, it was all or nothing.
Technology. It's actually got me thinking. Like Arlo really enjoyed it, so I'm sure that there's a league where kids can play and they learn how to bowl. So maybe he can, sharpen his skill and then go partner up with some Amish person for a chance to make some money.
Ish. Good old Ishmael. I can't believe that. Not that I was just say I can't believe there's not a lot of bowling movies, but I can't believe that for the amount of bowling movies that there are, there's like enough.
I can only think of one, which is Kingpin. Which other ones are there?
Big Lebowski.
I've never seen it. That's why I didn't think.
I haven't seen it either, but it's the bowling movie.
Yeah. Well, in Uncle Buck, there's reference to bowling in Uncle Buck.
Yeah, they go bowling in it because one of his friends is hitting on the knees.
That's right. It's the toothpick stuck in his mouth.
And it's a like a classic staple of sitcoms in the 90s too. Like anybody who was blue collar went bowling.
Yeah, inexpensive, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's also in Family Man, Christmas movie. They're bowling. They're in a bowling league. Him and Jeremy Piven, Nick Cage and Piven. Yeah. So you know what? Yeah, there's quite a few movies with bowling references in them. And then I think Oliver must have said at least 10 times, "Who do you think you are? I am." I'm like, okay, dude. Like after the 6th time, it's not funny anymore.
Yeah. So we have Big Lebowski, Kingpin, the Jesus Rolls, which is I guess is a sequel to Big Lebowski, the John Turturro. Alley Catch Strike. Now these are specific bowling movies. There are other movies that do include bowling in it, such as Dreamers. Never heard of it. Strikes and Spares. That's an old movie. Sorority Babes, a Tom and Jerry cartoon, Zombie Killer, and Gutterballs. Those are specific bowling movies.
And we were able to name off a few that weren't on that list, so
that's right.
Nice on us. I feel like
Does
bowling
from
is.
Columbine count?
It was
it features like the whole idea. It's called Bowling for Columbine. Is that because the school shooters went bowling right prior to?
Okay, I've seen it, but it's been a minute since I've seen it. I couldn't remember what the bowling reference was for, but I feel like bowling should have been a topic that was, the focus of a early 2000s comedy movie starring Vince Vaughn or Will Ferrell or Owen Wilson, like that group, Ben Stiller. I feel like that was a missed opportunity.
Instead, we got Dodgeball,
which is good. So,
a movie that never got a sequel, but everyone felt that it should.
Bowling.
Guess what? Segueing it. Sequels that people never we've talked about before. Sequels that are long jesting that eventually come out that are likely to ruin the legacy of the original. We have some set photos from Happy Gilmore 2. Did you see these?
No. I've seen one. Whoa.
So I guess Ben Stiller, which remember was the orderly at the old folks home, is back. Hal, looking dapper. And Adam Sandler is Adam Sandler.
I want to know what the premise is for the sequel. So this is filming now, so that must mean that it's coming out next year at some point.
Yeah. I don't know. Is Adam Sandler even trying anymore?
No, but it probably, they backed up the Brinks truck for him to make the sequel.
Well, I know he's got that deal with Netflix, right? So
yeah, and I wonder which game show host is gonna take the place of Bob Barker in the sequel, because he's gonna have to do something. My money's on Drew Carey. There's gonna be a Drew Carey cameo.
That's, I guess, going to be my question. So if you're going to do a sequel to a well-regarded, prized classic comedy, do you feel like you have to hit the same notes for everything in order for you to deem it being successful, or to hit the right notes that the fans are going to be happy about? Because there's ways of doing it and ways of not doing it.
Yeah, almost every single one of them. If the movie is not in the zeitgeist of pop culture or of society at that time when it's being remade, then they're going to definitely go on the old tropes that made it successful previously. If Happy Gilmore 2 came out 5 or 7 years after the original one, within 5 to 7 years, I would say, then I don't think they would need to. But the original is so far gone that today's viewers, there's a good chance that some of them, if not most of them, haven't seen the original, if they're not of our age.
Because I was going to say, there's 2 movies that came out this year that are fit this mold. The 4th Beverly Hills Cop and the 2nd Beetlejuice. Now, one did it right and one did it wrong. I found, I should say, since I saw both of them past tense, Beverly Hills Cop did it right. It's a different movie, but it has beats, not tropes, that, harken back to the original. It's got music cues, it's got a line of dialogue here there, but not literally trying to do beat for beat everything that happened in the original.
Yeah, but the thing is that with beats, it helps move the story along. With tropes, it's just in there, and it's not even guaranteed.
It's like that's what Beetlejuice was. It was we have to have this. We have to have that. We have to put this in there. But you don't, because it's Beetlejuice. We know what we're going to get. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can keep it close, but you can still try to do something different. But it didn't really. Like, the start to finish is basically the same movie.
Yeah. Travis Kelce is going to be in the second one.
Yeah, maybe there's your gratuitous cameo.
It doesn't say anything about the release date, but it is in production. So yes, most likely some point next year.
Netflix is pretty quick.
Is it Netflix? So it's going to be directly on Netflix? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'll probably get 20 minutes into the movie, I'm sure.
Yeah, I was worried because we've talked about this before, and I know you hold Dumb and Dumber in high regard, that you didn't see the second one because you didn't want to.
Can't do it. I guess never do it.
Happy Gilmore is not as high up for that. You will risk tainting its memory with it.
Yeah, it's not. It's a good 90s comedy that I really enjoyed at the time. What did we try? We tried to watch an Adam Sandler movie.
Billy Madison?
Was it Billy Madison or was it?
It's very few.
It might have been
Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Then he starts going to his romantic comedies.
Yeah, Little Nicky. It wasn't Little Nicky. It might have been Billy Madison.
It's hard to watch just because of his voice in it.
Yeah. Regardless of which one it was, we watched it and it was like, no, it just doesn't hold up. Oh, you know what? Yeah, it wasn't The Wedding Singer, because I still enjoy The Wedding Singer.
How can you not? That soundtrack is just amazing.
Yeah, it really is. And
I can watch the
soundtrack to Happy Gilmore, like the 70s rock, like that's if they do that, then
in there, and
he's always had good taste in his music though. When it came to his movies,
yeah, Big Daddy's a good one. I watch that one a lot. Show the boys that one; they'll enjoy that.
Yeah, what was it that is he the actual? You know what? I don't remember. Biological father, or if it's just a.
So Big Daddy is his roommate, played by Jon Stewart. Is the biological father of the kid who gets dropped off, but he's out of town, so he decides to keep the kid to try to save his relationship with his girlfriend, and hilarity ensues.
Hilarity ensues. Yeah,
ironic, that was still, I think, still his biggest movie to date is that movie.
Speaking of Netflix, are you at all interested in the Mike Tyson, whoever the other guy is, the fight?
Jake Paul.
Yeah.
No, I hope Mike Tyson kicks his fucking ass.
Yeah,
I hate the YouTuber crap that him and his brother are like internet famous, so now they're even more famous.
He has a brother?
Yeah, Logan Paul, who is in the WWE.
What?
Yeah.
So one's wrestling, one's boxing.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't I'm not into boxing whatsoever, and
I used to be.
Yeah, like when there were good boxers out there. the event.
Yeah,
of
and it was
Holyfield.
it was a big thing, right? With
Mhm.
the Stallone with his he had that Contender reality show, so it was kind of making it more mainstream out there. You could watch boxing Thursdays on NBC.
And Rocky too, that helped as well.
Yeah. Well, that's
I
how it all
think
starts, right?
I think I'm somewhat interested in seeing it, but if it ends up being like a one-sided fight either way, then
like
I
most
might
of
just,
Tyson's fights,
yeah. But we'll see. Like what is he, 60 years old? I saw some
something like
videos
that.
online of him training, and I mean, he still looks scary AF.
Oh yeah.
So
And that's the thing with boxing. You need to get just one punch in the right spot, and
that's
that's
it.
it.
Yep.
Which I'm pretty sure happened once with him. It was like legit. Like people spent like hundreds of dollars on the pay-per-view, and it was like ding ding, fight starts, punch, ding ding, fight's over.
And that was probably when pay-per-view was super expensive.
Yeah.
It was like probably $100 for the fight. Now you probably saw some fights
people
before the main match and whatnot,
would
but
chip in for it, right? Because it was so expensive. You come over and watch the fight, and
or if you
I'll
had
pay for
someone
the
that
fish.
had a
You guys
black
bring the
box.
food, and yeah, I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, the good old days.
Scary days. It was that's like that's when pay-per-views were like the biggest thing. It was parents got the boxing, and the kids got the WWF pay-per-views.
SummerSlam was my favorite
because school was done.
Yeah, school was done. It was it was just amazing. It really was. It was my favorite.
Speaking of favorites, this is probably my favorite story that's come up in the past week because, darkness. So the movie Wicked. Are you familiar with Wicked? Oh, we lost Steven.
Music? The music?
Back to the Zeus. Yeah, it was a musical. Oh, lost him again.
The camera's not working.
Yeah, leave your camera alone. We'll keep getting kicked out.
All right. I'm here.
All right, try this again. So yeah, the musical Wicked was adapted into a theatrical movie. Okay. I think it's 2 parts. Anyhow, point to this story. It's nothing really to do specifically about the movie, but with movies, and our favorite thing is tie-in merch, so toys.
Okay.
Mattel, I guess, is releasing Wicked dolls, Barbies. And on the back of the toy box, there's always a URL. You can go and check out other toys that are. They had a URL on the back, so you go to wicked.com for more, more information on the toy. I stop playing with the camera. You keep getting booted.
I'm hearing you the whole time.
The problem is wicked.com goes to Wicked Pictures.
Oh.
Now, for those unaware, Wicked Pictures is a production company of adult films. Not
how do you
Wicked, this movie. So let's just say people were a little bit surprised.
Oh my God,
the actual URL that was supposed to go on, be printed on the box, is wickedmovie.com, which would have then brought you to the correct website.
Yeah. So, even though you added a second word to distance yourself from that website, I think a little more is needed. Just choose a different word than wicked.
I would have just had it mattel.com/wicked.
Yeah. Wow.
Just to be safe. Yeah. So porn for kids is not the name of this episode, but it could be.
No, it could be. We'll find out. We will find out in a few days. See if it passes the
So
the test.
You had to be 18 years or older in order to access that website for your Wicked dolls.
Jesus. The phone calls they probably got, I tell you.
Hello, McFly. Watched that this week too.
Did you? Yeah.
I did. When this was all happening, I was talking to Michelle. Like, I think I need to watch V for Vendetta. He's like, oh, you know, because it's November 5th. He says, or you can watch Back to the Future because it's November 5th. And I said, yes, I should. November 5, 1955.
That, damn it. Yeah. Actually, I didn't even think about that. Good on Michelle. Is he doing November this year?
He is.
Yeah? Are we plugging it? I mean, we're 10 days in, but we can still plug it.
Yeah, I don't have the URL, but we will.
Next week.
Next week, I will give the update as to where he stands. I don't. He'll probably send a message.
Try and help out the cause.
The cause is because we like to.
Yeah.
Oh, mobro.co/theshellchef83. That's VISHALSHETH83.
The number's 83.
I would have spelled out.
He
is already at $403 of his $500 target.
So. Amazing. Good for him.
Go there. Donate if you can.
Support. Did he create an incentive for last year? What did he do last year? The marathon?
I didn't ask him if he was doing that. He did a lot. He did the hair dyeing and other things. Yeah, the marathon. I think he did a polar bear dip.
Oh, that's cool. I'd like to try that one day.
You could just draw a cold bath.
So what are we doing? Are we doing trailers first, or are we doing...
I actually have one bit of news I wanted to get into before. And then, yeah. Now this one, it's a bit out there, but it's fitting. So I don't know if you saw this, but a Florida man broke into a Burger King and drinks gallons of deep frying oil.
That's fucking disgusting.
20. I guess it was the article says here, cheat on his diet.
Oh my
25 God. Gallons of used oil from the deep fryers. Now, based on the size of them, I'm going to say 25. I don't think it was that out of reach for him.
Is this a real? Is Corey? Is this real?
Hand to Spider-Man.
Pray for Florida. Oh my goodness! Doesn't it congeal when it cools down? And if it's not cooled down and congealed, then you're drinking it hot. Oh my God! It's probably
depends what kind of oil.
Salts. Let's see. I mean, it's bath salts. Has to be.
It has to be.
I feel like Florida should, create a law where when these types of stories happen, these types of crimes, we'll call it happen, they must make public the statement of the offender as to the decision they made.
What the hell were you thinking?
Yeah, what were you thinking? And if they honestly answer that, then maybe they get a bit of their sentence knocked off.
Maybe. So, with that... we try to have some laughs with Florida Man True Story.
That was definitely a true story.
So, can't see you, but are you in the mindset of Florida?
After seeing that last story, yeah.
Or are you just so disgusted you can't even...
No, you took the image off, so I think I'm okay now. It was painful.
Look at the nice mustache son and the new Florida Man.
It's very cool.
Game logo. Shout out to AI, our future overlords. We got in.
Thank you.
We got in early. Okay, so story. The game's the same. What I did though is we've lowered the number of possible choices.
Okay.
Just for expediting the process here. So again, same thing. We ask you 5 questions. Best out of 5 means you win. Worst out of 5 means you lose. Okay. Question number 1. Florida man arrested for building a pillow fort in the middle of a department store and refusing to leave. A Florida man causes chaos after setting up a one-man wrestling ring in the toy aisle. Or Florida man tries to camp overnight in a department store to test out all the tents.
So I thought I immediately after you read the first one was like, well, that's not it because that's too tame for Florida Man. But then you followed suit with the other two, so that threw me off.
That's right. These are all department store themed Florida Man stories.
I'm gonna say the wrestling B.
B, final answer. And the correct story is not that one.
Damn it.
A Florida man tries to camp overnight in an apartment store to test out all the tents.
That's I was gonna say that one.
He set up several tents to test their quality, claiming he was preparing for a camping trip. Store employees discovered him the next morning, and he was quickly escorted out by security.
Sometimes I think they're just doing it. Like they're just doing it for laughs now. Like this is.
Well, I know, Mo. You got to test. You want to test the stuff out, right? They have it on display.
It's true. It's like a Goldberg episode we just watched on Friday where they had to fake going on a camping trip. So they went. Murray took Adam to the local sporting goods store and filmed him sitting in a canoe.
Oh,
that
nice.
didn't work out too well.
Of course not. Question 2. Florida man arrested for using a display toilet in an apartment store bathroom section. Florida man sets up a slip and slide in the store's aisle, claiming he's testing out for the cleaning supplies. Florida man brings a karaoke machine into the store and begins performing an impromptu concert in the electronics section.
I think A is a little too on the nose. I'm going to go with the slip and slide.
Slip and slide.
B.
That one is incorrect. Florida man was arrested for using a display toilet in the bathroom.
Oh, what? See, okay. I mean, that's happened before. I'm sure I've heard that story before, not necessarily from Florida.
Thought it was functional. Store employees quickly intervened and called security, resulting in his arrest for the disruptive incident.
There's no thinking it's functional when there's missing water.
Well, maybe they thought it was low flow.
Maybe it was, it's a bidet.
Hey,
you have to wait till I'm done.
Florida man arrested for attempting to cook a steak on a display grill inside an apartment store. 2, Florida man brings his pet parrot to the store and teaches it to mimic the store's intercom announcements. Or 3, Florida man sets up a temporary tattoo station in the beauty aisle, offering free tattoos with permanent markers.
Repeat A, please.
Florida man arrested for attempting to cook a steak on a display grill inside an apartment store.
See, I think teaching your pet parrot words will take too long. So I don't think he has the time for B to be right. And I also don't think that you have the time to set up a tattoo parlor on site. Although that would be pretty funny. I'm going to go with A. Tries to cook
Need this or you lose the game.
Uh-oh.
Because you're 0 for 2. I'm not stretching. We're not going like best of 7 just so you make it
an
insane comeback.
Fair.
So we're going for the grill?
The grill, yes. A.
The grill. Well, Steve.
Uh-oh. Oh!
You are correct, sir! He was arrested for attempting to cook a steak at a grill. Shoppers and employees noticed the smoke and unusual smell, leading to a quick response from security. When questioned, he claimed he was just testing it out before being escorted out of the store and arrested for the stunt.
Where did he get the propane from?
It was electric.
Oh, electric. Okay. There
Maybe.
you go.
That's my guess. Number 4, Florida man tries to ride children's bikes around the store, leading to police on a slow chase through the aisles.
That would be pretty funny to witness.
Florida man attempts to wash his clothes in the store's washing machine display. And a Florida man arrested for holding a flash sale by marking down prices with sticky notes he brought from home.
Okay, so I basically have to run the table. I've got to get this one and the next one right. I'm going to go with B. Does his own laundry.
Does his own laundry. Well, that is correct. Florida man and brought a load of dirty laundry into a department store and tried to wash it using one of the display machines. He added detergent, loaded it up his clothes, and attempted to start the machine, only to find it wasn't connected. Store employees called security, and he was escorted out for causing a scene. Look at you. Took you a while, but you're
Just warming up, buddy. I was just warming up.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it was the 25 gallons of restaurant oil that threw me off.
Okay, let me tell you this. This worked out perfectly because I do have the dramatic Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music. Here you go. Okay, last one. Florida man sets up a tent in a furniture aisle claiming he's camping out for Black Friday deals. Florida man rides electric scooter through the store while yelling, "I'm the store manager." Florida man attempts to fry fish in an appliance section using a display deep fryer.
Oh, that's good. That's good. It's got to be between B and C. We've already done a cooking one, so I don't know that we would do that a second time.
No, you still have your 50-50.
No, yeah. I'm going to go with B. I'm the manager now.
B. Electric scooter, that's what we're going with?
We are.
Well.
Oh, yeah. Do you believe in miracles? Do you believe in miracles? Yes.
A Florida man was caught riding an electric scooter through the department store, loudly declaring that he was a store manager. When employees confronted him, he insisted that he had the authority to do so. Security was called, and he was escorted out for causing the disturbance and impersonating store staff.
Kids, that's how you do it. I'd like to thank God. There's
God was in this Chili's tonight.
Yeah, just gotta get out there and give it your all. There's no I and quit. Wait a second. Wait a second.
And that's how you play Florida Man. It's a little more jazzy.
It's got a nice beat and rhythm.
Yeah, it's a lot longer. I just clipped the beginning.
It's all right. That was fun.
Yeah. Fun times when you get to laugh at Florida. I didn't think you were going to do it.
You know what? I didn't think I was going to do it either.
Someone had to believe in you.
I was anticipating the segment to be over at the 40-minute mark.
Yeah. It would have been
43. Done. You know what? I extended it.
Yeah. You knew we had to fill an hour, and you did.
You know what? Hey, just doing my part. I'm just doing my part.
See a need, fill a need, right?
Took a couple L's, had to regroup, finish off with 3 strong dubs.
Hey.
As the kids would say.
That's what you got to do. All right. Take a little breather, come back, and we'll watch some other stuff.
Now, Chucky, don't ever do that. I want a ball.
Hi, I'm David Hasselhoff, and I'll be right back with one to grow on.
Isn't this a great car, Gregory? It's totally loaded.
I can't believe Dad is actually letting you drive it. Hey, where's the seatbelts?
Hey, don't worry about it. Be cool. Those things are just more trouble than they're worth anyway.
Please fasten your seatbelts.
Did you say that, Gregory?
No, it came from the car. Danny, I think this car's haunted.
Well, at least the car has the right idea. You want to know something? I never, ever get into a car without buckling up first. Seatbelts aren't just for night riders. They're for everyone. They can save a life. So the coolest thing anyone can do when they get into a car is buckle up. Take it from a guy who's been buckling up for years. When your car gives you advice, it's best to follow it.
Thank you.
And that's one to grow on.
Take it from the Hoff.
Michael Knight.
That is the coolest thing you can do in a car is buckle up.
You know what? There was a brief moment where I thought he was going to pull out a cigarette and just light it up and say, and that's one to grow on.
I'm sure there's an anti-smoking one in there too. So
there must be. There must be. I love those commercials. I would take more of those every week, please.
That's what it's all about. It's all about learning things.
And you really leaned into that Michael Knight, right? I guess that was probably at the height of the show. which it was the coolest car around.
Well, that's why they had to not only have the car talk, but have him literally throw out a line, including Knight Rider in there.
Now, did you watch that show?
I've seen an episode or two, but it was never.
Okay. So do you know like what goes on in the various seasons and the bad guys and whatnot?
I know his car was named Kit.
Yes.
And it talked.
And Michael Knight had a twin brother that was evil that drove around in a semi-truck and had his own talking vehicle. And that was seasons 2 and 3, I think.
Fuck, how long did this go on for?
I think it went on for five seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
Jesus.
Yeah, and then they
let's hit that up.
90 episodes it went on for. But yeah, in the second season they introduced basically David Hasselhoff was playing 2 characters. His Michael Knight character and his evil twin brother. But he had a mustache. And that was the big difference, is his brother had a mustache.
Well, of course, everyone knows evil version of somebody.
That's right.
Who doesn't have a mustache has a mustache.
And his evil brother's name was Garth with an E. That's like Stanley with a C. My name is Stanley with a C.
Jesus. 90 episodes, 4 seasons.
4 seasons.
Only 6.9 out of 10.
Well, I mean, that's not bad, I guess. That's the thing with the 80s, just like toys. You had to make sure you had a small window of opportunity.
I can't, like, the premise seems very thin to go 4 seasons. What year did it start in?
82.
Okay, well, then I'll give it credit. There wasn't really much in the way of quality television especially the early 80s.
And then there was a reboot in 2008, which lasted 1 season, and it was when the new redesigned Ford Mustang came out, and that's kind of what they hitched their wagon to in terms of the car that they used.
Who was the star of that one?
Justin Brunin. No idea who that is. There were no... Oh, you know what? Bruce Davidson was in it. You might remember him as the...
X-Men.
Yeah.
Senator Kelly. Nerd.
Nerds.
Geeks, whatever you want to call us. Okay. Harrison Ford's angry.
I have not seen the trailers.
Well, but you're about to find out why with the new. This is the final ones, which means no more trailers until February.
So there's only been one, the teaser, and then this
teaser, and then a trailer, and now this last one. Here we go.
You asked for me. Here I am.
You want to help me?
Is there anything you remember?
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States, Thaddeus Ross.
Whatever this is, Cap, be careful.
What do we know?
There were 5 shooters. This was a coordinated terrorist attack, sir.
I was a wartime general. Now I'm a wartime president.
Your inner circle's been compromised. Let me fix it.
Watch yourself. You're not Steve Rogers.
You're right. I'm not. Wait for it. We're on the brink of war. I can't trust anyone. Nothing about this feels right.
Captain America. You ever ask yourself, who's playing who?
Someone's been pulling the strings on everything.
You're under arrest? I don't want a variable out there that I can't control.
Stop!
Captain America caught without his wings.
You like to play dress up and blindly execute the state's orders.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
What if this is a trap?
You don't even know what this is.
Since when were they red?
You want me? Come and get me!
Okay.
Okay. Who's going first?
I'll go.
All right.
There were some parts that were okay. Maybe this is a good thing because I'm trying not to spoil as much as I can from the movie, but I'm having a hard time following, or at least trying to understand what is the plot of the movie. And do we assume that General Ross just took the serum before this movie took place and that he was hiding it from everyone?
I don't believe so. I feel as though it's a other entity did something, and this is like a control measure.
I do hope that just based off of the scenes that we're seeing, that we might be only seeing the first 20 minutes or so of the movie.
Yeah, it
Which
does
would
come
be good.
across as like an Endgame trailer barrage, where it was like it's almost a 3-hour movie, and they really show you the first act and some of the end, but nothing really in the middle.
Mm-hmm. And the older Captain America, is there a bit of extremis in like plot points in this movie from Iron Man 3 where they get hypnotized or whatnot to do things? I wonder.
So I do find it funny that we're 2008, so 16 years into Marvel movies, and we're doing trailers now with promoting the actors, not the characters. You know, Anthony Mackie, Harrison Ford.
I wonder if that's just like the style of the trailer though, because it
did take me out of it for a bit.
It did, yeah. I would agree with you there. It took me out of it as well at times, but it was, you know, grainy, trying to be almost like Winter Soldier, but not, and trying to make its own little stamp, carve out Anthony Mackie's Captain America in its own way. But maybe the trailer isn't the way to do that. Maybe it's through the story, obviously.
I do question, I'll bring this picture back up, is why when he hulks out, does his hair go from gray to black? I know the character has it, but it's just funny.
Yeah, and I'm just assuming this is the only movie we're ever going to see the Red Hulk in, because
probably they do tend to waste
Harrison. Well, not even that, but Harrison Ford is 83, and the way Marvel's been going, they're not pumping out sequels one after another in a timely manner. Enough so for someone in his mid 80s to reprise the role.
Yeah.
So, which is unfortunate because you could do some interesting things with the Red Hulk. You know,
or maybe he stays Red Hulk, and if Harrison goes, it's literally just a likeness.
Yeah, that's true too. But it'll be almost a it'll be nice to see, because we've seen Bruce Banner and the OG Hulk not be the OG Hulk for the last few movies that he's been in.
Right.
So it'll just be nice to see going back to
the monster.
Yeah, the monster, which is what it should be, right? With the limited control. I won't say no control, with limited control. Kind of like what we saw in Age of Ultron, where he would, like, his mind was there, but not quite. It was there with the help of Natasha to calm down and to unhulk, de-hulk, reverse Hulk, whatever you want to call it.
Unhulk.
So this is the last trailer, right? Okay. Well, we're really not going to get any more about the movie then.
It's literally, the file is literally called Captain America Brave New World final trailer. It's got the finality in it.
I'm okay with that. So
I do
that tells me
have one issue with it, though. One big issue.
Yeah.
It's the Red Hulk, Captain America fighting scene with all those completely obvious CGI cherry blossom trees. It looks so fake for something that is so unnecessary. You film it outside. You're outside. You're gonna add this fake character in later. Just
can't do it.
Stop with the soundstage and blue screens.
Can't do it. Marvel loves them some green screen. They do.
I know, but like, it's cheaper not to do it. Save some money.
Yeah. Pull in a Christopher Nolan for some advice on how to use realistic.
Right? Like,
yeah.
See, okay, film them outside with trees, and if you don't like the tree, then recolor them digitally. Like, come on. God,
there's got to be a reason.
Damn it, Marvel.
There's got to be a reason for it. Maybe they've, if they don't spend the money, then they won't get it next time for the next movie they make. Honestly, to be completely honest, the thing I'm looking most forward to about this movie is that they will hopefully push the mutant story forward again with an Easter egg or, a mid-credit scene, something that will show us a glimpse of Marvel's Merry Mutants.
The Merry Mutants.
Honestly,
that's what the movie.
Yeah, that's hey, listen, if it was on Disney Plus, they might. They might. Was there another trailer?
There is. I have
Which one's the other one for?
This one is another special look at Thunderbolts.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm looking forward to this one.
Oh, America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
Oh, is this just the scene?
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
It's a good trailer and the thing I saved.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Walker, shield!
Is that Bucky?
Fuck you, bitches.
It's a Winter Soldier.
That guy is so cool.
That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Make up your mind.
The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra? Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so.
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
It's getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
We're just drifting. And we don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
So you can either do something about it now, or live with it forever.
So what, do we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
Do you have any theories as to what the asterisk is for?
No. Well, maybe just because of how they ended the trailer, like that's what the Red Guardians come up with as their team name, but they're not in agreement on it, so it's just Thunderbolts with an asterisk. Maybe it's nothing more than that. You?
I don't know. I know there's a ton of online theories. Is once because it was Thunderbolts and they changed the logo and threw that on there, and then, yeah, it could very well be just a fun little inverse thing.
Or maybe they saw the theories that were online and they did a quick reshoot.
Maybe.
With that portion of the movie there, and then added the asterisks. So
They're
okay,
not
so
Thunderbolts, they're the Dark Avengers.
No, they can't do the Dark Avengers.
I know.
Okay, you go. You go first this time.
James Gunn's Suicide Squad ripoff.
Yeah,
I still look at it that way, even though I didn't enjoy James Gunn's The Suicide Squad either.
Bucky's arm got an upgrade, it seems.
Apparently,
Jesus.
safe.
Like, that's the one thing about Marvel is, I guess sometimes they forget to check the power level of the characters in the movies. And like, I'm sorry, but I'd like to see how this thing is secured to his body if he's able to take a Humvee that's going 100 miles an hour, we'll say, or 60 miles an hour, and just basically hold it to the ground without it moving at all and making it flip. Yeah. Wakanda got some serious upgrades in that arm, I guess. The White Wolf is howling.
Yeah, like because when he had the regular arm from Hydra, like it had to be like cut off his body, but just now that he's got some vibranium, he can just up it off. And
now, what I loved about this trailer is I am so deep in the throes of Brian Michael Bendis's Avengers era right now that I just read issues 6 through 10, which is a 4-issue story about the Sentry and him coming back into the the Marvel universe, the 616 universe. And so I am ready to witness the Sentry in the MCU. And if the trailer proves to be anything of what the character was like in those 4 issues I just read, it's going to be pretty exciting. It's going to be pretty exciting. And I don't think you'll see
Bob walking around.
Yeah, it's Bob Reynolds. I don't think you'll see. Do you know anything about the Sentry?
I don't.
Okay.
I know he's kind of he's like Marvel Superman.
Yeah, I mean he's got the power of 1 million exploding suns, they say, but he's got mental issues.
He's not radioactive.
He's not radioactive, no.
Okay.
But he has got issues mentally that prevent him from certain aspects of reality. And his arch nemesis, the Void, plays into that that mental illness that he battles daily. So I don't know if you can. You know what? I guess I'm gonna do a bit of a deeper dive on those issues I've been reading, and I'll talk more about that character then. But that's what I'm most looking forward to. Bob.
It's next week's problem.
It is next week's problem. I'm all right with that.
All right. I don't know. I still don't know about this. Maybe it's just too much. Like it's also characters I don't really care about finding more about either. Like Ghost whatever. I got enough backstory in Ant-Man and the Wasp, and this isn't who Taskmaster is, so I don't care.
I think there's a story to be flushed out somewhere for John Walker.
Yeah, like that's more interesting, but it's the like I just the Ghost and Taskmaster, whatever. Bucky, I guess we could dig more into it. I don't know. But yeah, John Walker kind of was like, forced upon us as the new Captain America, which made him unlikable. But then his arc throughout the rest of that Captain America series was interesting. Let's see where that were to go. And Red Guardian's just your comic relief.
Which there were some one-liners that made me chuckle a little bit. Now it depends on how often it's being used in the movie, that it might just piss me off at a certain point. But for now, I think I'm okay with it. I made that comment about Marvel not being really aware of the power set of their characters that they feature, and we saw an example of that with Bucky, and then we even saw an example with the last trailer we watched with Captain America, throwing the shield, jumping. Now I'm sure he's got some hydraulics that will help him with the jumps and swings and stuff that he does, but
doesn't have any powers.
No, so how is he gonna fight a fucking Hulk? How is he gonna fight a Hulk?
Through machinery.
Through sheer technology. Or you just power him up a few notches. And you're good to go.
Maybe he does get the serum. Who knows?
I am looking forward to both of those movies, though. I think the year that we had where it was just one theatrical release, I think that was a good thing for Marvel in retrospect. Now that we're nearing the end of the year, it was a good thing. It was not overloading. We've had a couple of series on Disney Plus, and so I think I'm now excited to see something come in theater next year, a couple times at least.
Speaking of series, you see these set photos?
Yes, amazing.
So those unaware or unfamiliar, Marvel, what was it? That was late 2000s, the aughts before the teens,
right?
Marvel had a run of comics, Marvel Noir, and introduced like a pulp 1920s, 1930s era of their heroes, and one of which was featured in Into the Spider-Verse animated movie. It was Spider-Man Noir. So we're from Sony and Amazon. We're getting a Spider-Man Noir TV series starring Nicolas Cage as Spider-Man Noir. I'm assuming he's the Peter Parker.
Yep.
I don't know if they're going to change any of that because it's Sony's universe. We had some set photos released of the series that's shooting now, and here's their first look at the aforementioned Spider-Man Noir.
Well, I mean, A for the likeness, I'll give them that. But
outside, they're outside.
Yeah. Okay, so there's two things. Okay, perfect. But the fact that it's Sony trumps everything.
This is true. I did read apparently. What was it? Sony. I think I have that. I took a screen grab of it so I didn't lose it. Yes. The Sony's Spider-Man universe has officially grossed over $2 billion at the worldwide box office. 1.7 of that $2 billion comes from Venom.
What?
The three movies of the Venom movies contribute 1.7 of the $2 billion.
Oh God.
Yeah.
If they don't do that well with movies, and this is a TV show, it could go, either way, obviously, but my faith in them putting out a good movie is not high odds. But them putting out a TV show, my concern is that they're going to put less effort into a TV show because it's not as much of a big, bombastic release in their minds.
Mm-hmm.
So
I don't know, but far,
hey, I mean,
looks good.
Yeah, listen, yeah, exactly. It's like, to your point, it's outside. The costume looks authentic. I can hear Nick Cage's voice because of the Spider-Verse movies, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it so far. So far, you've got me. Don't lose me, Sony.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna ask you.
Okay.
What? Again, you only have these 2 photos to go off of. This one and that one. Which way do you think they're gonna go with the noir style? And which one would you be more happy with? Do you think they'll go more like a Sin City or a Dick Tracy?
I don't think they're smart enough to do a Dick Tracy, because if any studio that would be smart enough to pull a Dick Tracy again, it's been some time and people have probably forgotten it, how good that was. So I'm going to go with the Sin City. But I also think like they're gonna like I wouldn't be surprised if they mix in a blend of reality and cartoon, but cartoon in the sense of like transitioning from scene to scene with like the panels of a comic book that are grainy.
Yeah.
I could see that being the case, like their segue transitions. But that would be kind of cool.
No,
but I don't know that his like Spider-Man Noir doesn't have a rogues gallery to fully benefit from doing a Dick Tracy theme. Because, you know, if like Dick Tracy had all the different characters, Mumbles, Flat Top, all the others that they could afford to do that because each one had its own unique likeness.
I mean, I guess in that regard, you'd only really do Tombstone and Hammerhead.
Tombstone would be cool.
But yeah, to your point, outside of that,
yeah, there really isn't anything unless they create a new character, right? I never I don't have the first Spider-Man Noir. I have the second volume, written by Fred Van Lente.
This guy.
I don't have the first. Yeah.
I do have this one.
Who's it? David Hine, I think, right?
Yep. With Fabrice Sabalski. Yeah, I'm wondering if you think they're gonna have like, you know, people talking like this. See?
Oh, I hope so.
That's why I was hoping for more of a Dick Tracy.
You have to.
So in this, we have Goblin and Felicia Hardy. They're in the first issue. They have some character designs back here, so I don't know, maybe get a Norman Osborn in there.
They have X-Men Noir too, as well, in the books.
This one?
There you go.
I have Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Eyes Without a Face, Wolverine, X-Men, Daredevil, and Punisher are the noir ones that I have.
Yeah, sorry. Fred Van Lente wrote the X-Men one, not the Spider-Man one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, Christ, the likeness for the uniform or the costume is great so far.
Just throw in a bowler and a leather jacket with a ski mask.
You're good to go. Good to go.
So I have one rumor, one possible casting rumor, and then a little bit of announcement, and we can wrap her up. So there's a rumor going around that because everyone hates the multiverse right now, that Marvel is reportedly fast tracking the end of the multiverse saga.
So unfortunate.
Now, unfortunate that they're going to do that, or unfortunate that the way they've done things that has caused this disdain for it?
100% the latter. It's unfortunate that they could have made such an amazing story out of the multiverse saga and they didn't. And I think the domino started to fall with Jonathan Majors, I think, and COVID. I mean, but you can't really keep using that as a crutch. Like they got to a point where they were making movies without the restrictions and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But it could also be that they just didn't plan it properly, right? Whereas, you know, the Infinity Wars saga, they had a plan that spanned 20 plus movies, and it just didn't get that same vibe with the multiverse saga. But man, it would have been friggin' amazing to see it done properly. Like, that's the one regret. Like, I really hope that they take another stab at the Kane character again. I don't know if they will, or maybe they just let the dust settle for a while until they decide to revisit it again. But you?
I'm over it. I think they fumbled the ball. And then they just didn't know how to pick it back up and run with it properly. Jonathan Majors is one thing, but I think they thought, hey, we're printing money. We can do anything and everyone will come see it.
Yeah.
They kind of took the viewer for granted.
And I think this is where the blessing in disguise is that maybe it's not even in disguise, that they realize that, yeah, you can piss off this fan base. And if you don't do things right, we won't go to the movies. And we've proven that by the figures that we've seen for the Marvels and Thor, Love and Thunder and other ones.
Ant-Man.
So hopefully it will, hopefully it will get the next saga. What is the next saga? What are we calling it? Is it called the Secret Wars saga?
I think it's Mutant after this.
Oh, Mutant. Oh man, so like, don't fuck it up, please. Please. And then cap it all off with like an Avengers versus X-Men. Oh, that'd be so amazing. That would be so.
And then what?
Amazing.
Then they're done.
No, I think then they should go cosmic.
They do 1492.
Well, that would be amazing.
Like steampunk in Victorian times.
Yeah, like Jonathan Majors, like I think it wasn't all on him, but I think when what happened with him as the actor, it kind of just put a stamp on everyone's feeling about the saga. And I think they became more vocal about it, where they're like, okay, this is it. Like
plus they killed off the character in Ant-Man, and I know there's a stinger showing that there's hundreds of thousands of versions of him, but when you have a variant of it being taken out by ants, you're like, okay, this guy's not as tough as we thought.
Yeah. I think they could have wiggled their way out of that. For me too, it's like he's one of my favorite villains, so I guess I'm just a bit sour on the fact that they just wasted him.
Yeah.
You know? So, but they've got Doom coming up, and we actually watched Infinity War last night. Arlo hadn't seen it yet, and yeah, every time I see it, it's just very reminiscent of like it was done properly. And even Endgame today, like we didn't finish watching it because we had things to do, but the amount of characters that were in that movie each had their own little subplot, and it was just done so well. And yeah, then they pivoted over to the multiverse saga. So yeah, good on them to finish fast and just start focusing on what needs to be focused and start making good movies again.
Yeah, I mean, like any project that they were going to do that they say scrapped, I would assume they're probably not scrapped. They're just going to repurpose them down the line and fit them in where they need to, and just streamline this and get it to where, right the ship to where it needs to go. There's no problem with that.
No.
We don't need just like Ant-Man 5 and shit like that, or Thor 5. Just let's put the characters where they need to go. And anyhow, speaking of characters, so did you hear who Malkovich is supposed to be playing in Fantastic Four?
No, I'm going to take a guess though.
Take a guess.
And I'm going to say Mole Man.
He's reportedly playing, not being, I was going to say being considered, reportedly playing Ivan Kragoff, a.k.a. Red Ghost.
Okay.
Will we get the Super Apes?
I have no idea who this is. No idea.
Yeah.
I mean, listen.
First appearance,
hold on a
Fantastic
second.
Four 13. One of Jack Kirby's Stanley's creations.
You know, I may not be a very observant person, but I'm pretty sure that you just showed an image of John Malkovich being bald, and the Red Ghost is not bald.
Hey, you know what? It's 2024. People could have hair.
Right, Rogaine. Yes.
That's right. Or wigs.
You know what? At this point, fuck it. Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
Nothing gets in the way of the Red Ghost and his Super Apes.
It's amazing. You know what? Yeah, do it. I mean, maybe they're really leaning into that whole campy 60s vibe that they're going for. Like, this is supposed to be a period piece movie, right? And you would assume that at that time the villains aren't as serious and they're a bit more campy. And
Hey, you know what?
So go for it.
If this is like a space race movie, which it kind of seems like it could be, since it
sounds like it could be. Yeah.
Hey, they sent chimps up into space. Maybe that's where this starts. He's a scientist. He's working on doing some test flights into space with some apes, and it's like cross-planetary apes in the Fantastic Four.
Maybe, yeah, that's actually, yeah, that's very feasible, plausible. But maybe that just means that he's like a minor character. He's not going to be a main villain because
probably not, because we know
Galactus. But it's probably just going to be one of those characters that's like a throwaway mention, and he's probably got some scenes in the movie, and that's it. Kind of like Bill Murray, right? In Ant-Man, he was in the movie for 5 minutes.
That's right. Apparently, he had other scenes, but they cut him.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Did Murray dirty.
They really did. Well, that's fun. That's coming out next year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
The only one that this final trailer for Captain America and the Thunderbolts sneak peek or whatever. That was all shown at, I guess there's a Disney thing going on in Brazil. They showed Fantastic Four stuff. The only thing they didn't release publicly. Bastards.
I'm okay with that.
We'll watch the grainy versions online, like we watched scrambled channels as a child.
That's right. I think I see a boob.
Nope, that's just Galactus.
That's right.
No, that's Herbie.
That's right.
And the last thing that I had here that was apparently announced this week. Move over, Rise of Skywalker, because episodes 10, 11, and 12 apparently are coming in the Star Wars universe. Simon Kinberg is developing a trilogy of Star Wars films that's to take place post episode 9. So I guess the Skywalker saga is not over.
No, it said they said to continue the Skywalker saga. Boy, they're really milking it for all it's worth, eh?
If we know anything about Simon Kinberg is that he was heavily involved with the Fox Marvel X-Men movies.
Okay. I mean, before The Last Stand or including The Last Stand?
He spent a decade there. He worked on Logan, but he also worked on we call it I think Dark Phoenix.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that one was an
so
this would then make it the longest oh no, I was gonna say like the longest set of movies about one group of characters, but I guess no, I guess the MCU would be it. But what is it?
Bond movies too, right?
12. Yeah, but how many Bond movies are there? There can't be many more than 12, if at all.
Well, I'd say the long one of like one character.
Right. Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm kind of in a Star Wars kick right now because I finished Mando 3, which was my absolute favorite, and I'm halfway through. I'm 6 episodes into Ahsoka, and it's great. Yeah, so right now it's got me actually even thinking that I want to read the Thrawn trilogy, but I can't pick that up right now because I'm knee deep in Bendis's Avengers run, so gotta be selective.
So if you want to know his cred, now I'm gonna take producing out because really how involved are you with producing? So we'll go writing because we like good things that are written. We're fans of that. He wrote The Last Stand. So
Okay.
right there.
Ooh, not a good start.
He wrote the story by and screenplay by him for Days of Future Past. So now we're going back up.
Okay, redeeming himself, yeah.
He wrote the screenplay for the 2015 Fantastic Four.
Ooh.
So back down. Wrote the screenplay and the story for Apocalypse.
Okay.
Back down.
Bit of turbulence, yeah.
Wrote Dark Phoenix.
Oh.
Yeah. And that's his writing cred for Fantastic Four and the X-Men. So if you want to give him credit for being involved in good projects, he was involved with First Class, Days of Future Past, all the Deadpool movies. As you said, Logan.
So his career is much like a pilot going through flight school, taking up and down a plane with turbulent winds, where it can be a bit dicey at times, but hey, it's landed or took off successfully.
Yeah, the big question is, will he stick the landing?
Ooh, yeah, I don't know.
That being said, you're catching up on the shows. Did you watch the last 3 Star Wars movies, the Skywalker trilogy?
Oh yeah. Saw them in theaters.
You survived Rise of Skywalker?
I did. I didn't mind it. I mean,
that is the only Star Wars movie today I have not seen more than once, and the last time I saw it was when it opened in the theater.
Yeah, for me that would be no, I can't say that because I watched Phantom Menace with Oliver and Arlo, but I was kind of on my phone when that was happening. So did I really watch it a second time? Not really.
So you hadn't seen Phantom Menace since 99 when it came out?
Yeah, it was a long time just because it was awful. It was all the taxes and tariffs and
that's right.
The fun stuff, right?
The Trade Commission, fucking.
What's going on here? Yeah, so I had seen it the first time and the only time, and then it was a few years ago at least.
In there with your fucking Jar Jar as a kid, and you're like, God damn it! There's nothing going on here about just straight up politics.
It's so exciting. I did enjoy Revenge of the Sith though. I enjoyed the turn to the dark side more specifically.
Really,
I enjoyed that.
It's more fun.
It is.
It's more kind of way to do things.
It was. I mean, from that moment on, I learned, always take the high ground.
Goes without saying, right?
Right. I mean, unless you want your legs chopped off.
And your other arm.
Oh, yeah, right. I hate you. It was a good fight scene. I mean.
And then get set on fire.
Yeah, it was what was the name of that planet? Mustafa?
Mustafar.
Mustafar. Mustafa
right.
was Lion King. Close. Close.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So Rogue One?
Yep. Only once, but yeah.
That movie totally redeemed the Darth Vader character with that very end lightsaber scene.
I hear good things about Rogue One, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it more than once.
Just throw YouTube, watch that last scene with Vader again, and that's all you really need to worry about.
Oh, I've seen a mock-up video to that where it was like Darth
Hell's
Vader's
Bells?
Hell's Bells. Yeah. Hell's Bells. I might have even sent that to you, or you sent it to me, but
probably. So bad about everybody.
I do remember though from that Rogue One movie how awesome that planet was that was on the water at the end. That was a pretty cool looking planet. That was it.
Seeing AT-ATs walking around on the shore.
Yeah.
Some snowtroopers and shit. That's another one you can watch. I don't think you watch with the kids though. Was Andor.
Oh, I shouldn't watch it with the kids?
I mean, like it's not bad. It's not like R-rated or anything. It's just it's not like the other ones. It's more serious and.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You'll enjoy it though.
Yeah, I'm
it's
all
like the dark side of the planet. It's not like the dark side of the force, just like the more corrupt version of the galaxy.
Yeah, well, I mean, the way things are going, I'm probably going to see it because like I said, I'm all into it right now.
Yeah, you're watching just in time for season 2 in April.
That gives me plenty of time, Corey. Plenty of time.
Plow through those 8 episodes, and you get 6 months to do it in.
So is that it?
Let me click my slideshow. Next slide is
Yeah, there we go. Well, that's all for this week's episode of Open Collar. Thanks for joining us for another round of discussion and analysis on all things movies, TV, and comic books. If you enjoyed today's episode, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a rating and review. Give us a follow on YouTube, searching at Open Collar Pod. We appreciate your support and can't wait to bring you even more great content next week. Until then, this is Steve and that's Corey signing off. Keep it geeky, and we'll see you in the next episode of Open Collar. I really got to remove the Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook portion of that. Keeps me on my toes, though.
Make sure that when you're reading, you're paying attention.
That's right.
And that's it for us. So, without further ado, we'll totally Pauline.
Here we are. Ah, dude, she pinched the cheeks, bro. You guys got to know that Winger, bro. Excuse me, I lost my accent. Winger is in the hot seat tonight, every night this week at 7:30 p.m. All right, are you guys excited? All right. Wait, what's that? What happened there? Who's that? Oh, yeah, sure. Those are the Nelsons. She got the autograph with the Nelsons. How interesting. Hey, how are you, sir? We don't want any rowdiness here. No stoner skanking on stage.
No way.
We want clean ball game. Take me out to the ball game. The All-American thing. Check out Uyghur. Easy come, easy go. Okay, here we go.